on the stream today, but who we got lining up for the Hills Hornets?
So we have got Bailey Tom, Brooklyn Illy, Ethan Moss, Gabriel Malikovic, Harry Labukas, Jaskrit Singh, Josh Lorente, Lav Banjak, Max Basso, Max Marshall, Nikhil Singh, and Tommy Malneri.
All right, and their coach, as always, is Dan Trakillis.
Coach Tricky, one of the Hills Hornets local and a legend in his field.
Sweet, and meanwhile for the Inner West Bulls at number 1, Akul Deng, number 13, Ashton Matthews, number 12, Dom Sabota, number 27, Harrison Valdezati, at number 2, James Kodahi, number 11, Josh Morgan, number 3, Leon Bailey, number 14, Liam Lushelder, at number 7, it's Sam Bell, number 35, Will Jankovic, and we're underway here. Semi-final time, Hills Hornets taking on the Inner West Bulls. It's going to be a ripper matchup. The winner of this game will go on to face the Bankstown Bruins, who won by 1 point just before this. So looking to set things up here, down screen action. The elevator, not rising to the top, unfortunately. Rebound Bulls.
Inner West coming down for the offensive action. Ethan Moss guarding the ball. The star player for Hills Hornets, the highest scorer as well. General is coming with the defense, Josh Rente.
Wow, White going up strong. Got both defenders off the ground. And he wants to go back to the line for one more. It's really going to be a player to watch for this Inner West Bulls team. Zane White averaging 11 points per game this year and featured a little bit in the NBL1 squad.
No, he's a big player. Slim Reaper is what we call in the area. Very tactile with his movements. Let's see if he make it through. And not good for the free throw. Hill's got the ball.
Yeah, so it's going to be a battle of the bigs, but we do know this Inner West team likes to run and gun. The running of the Bulls, some call it, but we're not about punts here. Holding the ball up, looking to the wing. Bailey Tom, long-time member of this Hills Hornets squad. They're trying the elevator action again for Mossy. But blocked, smothered by Morgan, his former teammate.
No, there's a rivalry deep between this league. We got... And the foul there. Inner West and Hills have got some players turnover, coaches turnover. Let's say this game's more than just a game. It's life.
I know. It would take maybe 10 minutes to drive from ELS to Hills Stadium, wouldn't it?
Well, they've got the new stadium. They've got the new facility coming up.
Huge, yeah. In, I think, Marsfield or around
Eastwood.
West Rydish. Yeah, Eastwood, there we go, yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be very interesting for that. But, two separate clubs still.
Yeah, the bullpen. Can't wait to see that one open up. Yeah, going from strength to strength is this Inner West Bulls. It's looking like they were on the brink of collapse at one point back in the Ride Bulls days, but the community rallied behind them, and they're going from strength to strength, this club. The second one goes for Zane White. Wow, aggressive start from Zane White. Hills on offense.
We've got Bailey Tom with the action, Josh Lorente, or General. We're going to refer to him as General because he controls the court, tells everyone where to go. Little fella, but packs a punch.
Tom now going downhill, trying to use that strength and smothered. Is the Bulls. Second chance here for Tom. Packed. That was a hard foul, but nothing going to be easy in the paint tonight. Both these teams love to get downhill.
Looking at the big man action, there is crazy height in this team. Yet, Hills Hornets got some big men, but they also got some small men, so they're going to have to spread the floor to gain that advantage. Whereas Inner West, from the looks of it, they're all big.
Yeah, they are. So on the line now, Bailey Tom. Featured in that grand final team last season. Unfortunately, were the runners-up last year, the Hills Hornets, but what a hell of a run they put on. He's averaging 13 points per game, Bailey Tom, so a crucial part of this Hills program. And commentator's curse on the back ring. Sorry about that one, Bailey. Dang it. Galloping up the court. Super athlete, Dang. Can't wait to see what he can do tonight. Or should I say this afternoon, Sabota. Screen action, Dom going downhill. Oh, he's the ultimate scorer, Tommy, yes.
Safe place to give the ball. Ethan Moss, very good point guard, very talented, but loves to finish into the ring as well. And we'll see that soon, hopefully.
Ball swinging around. Oh, three's up for Tom. I like the aggressive mentality to start the game, Bailey Tom. They're going to need him firing on all cylinders if Hills want to advance through to the grand final. Dang now, trying to use the size, but slipped up. Moss dives on it. Moss, head down, thumbs up, the leading scorer in the league. Kicks it back out. The footy pass, the extra, and fouled on the three-point line. Sabota a bit overzealous on the closeout. So it's going to send Josh Lorente to the line.
I think it's saved by the whistle there. Unfortunately, that three-point shot wasn't going in no matter what day of the week it was. So I think we're actually going to go to the sideline on that foul as well.
Yeah, it's interesting. Must have come just after the shot action was initiated, but yeah, it's going to be a fiery matchup. The general, you call him, Josh Lorente, taking on Dom Sabota, two crafty, athletic guards. And they're not going to give each other an inch. Yeah, no connection on that inside pass, but yeah, shaky start a little bit by the Hills Hornets. Nothing to be concerned about, but what do you think needs to change a little bit on offense?
Unfortunately, they need to trust themselves. I think Inner West came in for the punch. They know exactly what they wanted. They just wanted the first points on the board. And they're going to keep this chemistry up going with that three-pointer just then.
Kodahi. It's a famous name around Ryde, and for a reason, on and off the court. Big shout out to Danny Kodahi, head coach of the Bulls team. And Kodahi at it again. Wow, the heart and soul of this franchise. White, the 1-2 step, and he has come out to an aggressive start, forcing the timeout. 9-1, an 8-point margin early on. The Bulls on parade.
That they executed exactly what they needed. They needed to get into the Hills' head, pack, punch, go, 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 and Hills just weren't ready for it. So this is a very strategic timeout by Coach Tricky. Something needs to change.
Yeah, I think that defensive energy just needs to ramp up a little bit. Seems like they're missing some of their assignments, and yeah, Bulls players are getting into the paint a little too easy, but a great offensive set's been run by Coach Kodahi here. Really likes these boys to get out there and get aggressive.
Absolutely. Very talented coach and talented coaching assistants as well.
Yeah, so not the only Hills team representing today the youth men. We also had in the youth women 2, the Hills women advanced through the grand final,
yes,
so they'll play tomorrow. And there's one more Hills team.
Yes, they're playing right now. The Hills Hornets Youth Women 1 are versing North Bears at GYG Stadium, Court 2. That's going to be a tough one. You know, North Bears, you got, oh my gosh, mental blank. Talented lineup, obviously.
Beck Donnelly,
yep,
Ruby
absolutely.
Perkins.
I was thinking about Ruby. I can't believe I forgot about her, but that's going to be a very hard game for Hills to do. But North's always been a very talented girls program as well.
Yeah. And yeah, so yeah, a lot of green, the green machine revving up and coming up the highway to the Central Coast. And it was Bulls as well. You can see their youth men program really had a bit of a revival over the last few years. So their NBL 1 team, not that successful this year, but the last few years have been some of the top. So maybe see some of these young players rise through to the NBL 1 level, because there's definitely the talent on the Inner West Bulls at the moment.
Absolutely, especially their facility coming up. It's only going to get greater for the Inner West Bulls.
So coming out of the timeout, Max Marshall's into the game for the Hills Hornets. Ethan Moss, the shimmy, but murder on the dance floor. Not killing the groove though. Hills still in possession. Tom going hard. Bailey, physical.
That's exactly what we needed. Bailey Tom needed to get a point in the hole, and I'm glad they did that. Ethan Moss just surviving that screen action. Lav is the player to look out for.
Mossy in the corner does not need a second invitation from there, and tickles the twine.
Tickles the twine. I love that. I'm going to put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, I know, especially with Ethan Moss in the building. I mean, his brother Liam Moss is one of the silkiest jump shots in the league too. Dang, he's going to try it from 3. A little off on that one. So pushing the tempo up, things are ramped up a bit coming out of the timeout. Moss has his eye in, watch out. Shooters on the loose here on the Central Coast.
Exactly what needs to happen. Mossy now is leveled up, he's locked in, he's ready to go.
Yeah, missed the games leading up to the grand final with the suspension. Ethan Moss, I think it was got a bit of a scuffle a couple of weeks ago, but great to see him back out there on the court for the semis and potentially the grand final.
Absolutely, it was a very heartbreaking thing what happened at Hornets that day, but we're glad that everyone's happy, healthy, and no damage has come because of that.
Yeah, we love it, and hopefully all in the spirit of the game. This is going to be an intense matchup. Josh Morgan, the former Hornet, couldn't get that one to land. He's having a great season nonetheless, Josh Morgan. Be sure to give us a highlight or two. He's a good dunker.
Nah, Josh Morgan had a very key moment at Hills Hornets, but he's making himself an individual at the Inner West Bulls. More playing time, NBL 1 call-up. He's doing his part over there.
So Morgan on the ball now. Looking to stay aggressive. One of the top scorers in the league, but White has been doing it all day. Couldn't get that one to drop. Didn't quite have the gas on it. So all tied up with nowhere to go. 9 apiece. Got a feeling it's going to be a classic. Turnover again. Back-to-back turnovers for Hills. Leading the Bulls on the break. Kodahi. attacking the closeout. The push shot, unlucky, and Morgan, his Butterfingers unlucky on that rebound. Moss now going the other way. 3v1, but that's no phasing Ethan Moss.
You can't leave Mossy open. He is a lethal threat on the finish and the shot on the perimeter. He's a very creative player.
Man, Ethan, get this guy some more NBL 1 minutes.
Honestly, right? Honestly. He can definitely do it. Thankfully, he's definitely one of the front runners coming into the NBL 1, a younger soul coming into it.
And there you go, bit of a commentator's curse. Sorry to the Mosses out there.
Sorry, Mossy.
Subbing into the game, Brooklyn Illy as well. Checking into the game. Meanwhile, Leon Bailey is in for the Bulls.
I believe we just had an offensive screen or an illegal or an offensive foul causing Inner West to gain control of the ball. Now, there's one scary place you want to be in this world. Getting guarded by Bailey Tom is one of those moments. And as you can see, he fights for the ball with all effort. Max Marshall goes to the basket. And we're playing it slow. Give Mossy the ball, save choice, made the three, and money. He is confident, he is ready. Timeout by the Inner West Bulls. They need to change soon.
Wow, he was in the 2024 Star 5 for a reason, averaging 22 points a game, and Mossy, 3 threes already, and the first quarter's not even over.
It is very talented, and what I love about Mossy, as you can see, and everyone knowing him, he's not the tallest player. He's on the undersize, but oh my goodness, he compensates for his shooting ability, his toughness, his defense, his discipline. Sometimes height doesn't matter if you're as tough as Mossy.
Yeah, that's so true, and that jump shot is just silky.
Ooh, silky smooth. Oh, I feel like Bruno Mars and Anderson Peak. I'm getting ready.
Yeah, I've got a bit of disco vibes going in the background. Of course, we've got a full weekend of basketball, so it's not too late to come up to the beautiful Central Coast. We're here in Terrigal at Guzman y Gomez Stadium, but thank you for tuning on YouTube.
Absolutely. It's a great day. For the last 3 weeks, we've had rain,
Yeah.
and today, beautiful sunshine, ocean waves. You have to make a trip out here.
Yeah, I got to say, that's the one day it's been sunny this week.
Know,
we're
right?
we're not stuck inside. We're voluntarily here, but I hope you're enjoying your weekend, enjoying this basketball action. Cooper and James taking you through the semi-final, and early on, I got to think this game might go down to the wire like the games before this.
Absolutely. If Hills keep this momentum up, you could see a lead starting to separate, but we'll see what Inner West do. I would love a close game. No matter how much I want Hornets to win, I would love a close game.
Yeah, I mean, well, nobody expected the Bulls to be in this situation, but got a dramatic win last week against Manly. They were the 6th seed, the Bulls, but fought their way through to the semis here, so this team is resilient and highly talented. Kodahi has been a big part of the success this year. Going downhill, dumps it off. Bailey, Leon, too easy. The UNSW boy.
Very tough, amazing handles, great stuff.
Yeah.
Bailey Tom with the ball.
Yeah, how about the versatility from Tom?
Absolutely. He's a big dude, but he loves the point guard action. Unfortunately, if he can stop turnovering, he'll be an NBL 1-star player.
Oh, there you go. You heard it here first, folks.
Sorry, Bailey Tom. Honest opinion.
So foul's going to be called on Dang from the Inner West Bulls. So in the act of shooting, that's going to send Lav Banjak to the line.
Lav is a very good one. He was the star player or the MVP for the previous Youth 2 season for Youth Men 2. And obviously took that step up, went to Youth 1, now getting his shine in NBL 1, coming into the next season. So, yeah, he's a very good player. And he had an amazing dunk against Blacktown a couple of weeks ago. It was epic. So, watch out for Lav.
Yeah, I know, a lot of rim rockers on both these sides. I feel we're going to get some highlight plays, but both teams exerting a lot of energy on defense, and it's showing, not giving up anything easy. Turnovers there, as Hills Hornets going to take the ball the other way. Heading downhill, Marshall, and fouled again. So Hills beginning to put a lot of pressure on the ring, drawing a lot of fouls.
Well, I feel like the height's now leveling out. Like, you look at the boys there, everyone's kind of similar height, similar build. Why not take it to the ring?
Yeah, so a quick break for Zane White. He's going to check back in. Dang's going to take a break. So, yeah, I mean, subs coming in thick and fast. So, you know, both these teams are quite deep in their talent pools.
Very much so.
So, on the line now, Max Marshall, a graduate of King's College, or King's High School, should I say. The private school out in Parramatta. Got a great basketball program. Had 12 points in their last game.
Very, very talented. The Hills love a little private school action, you know, where we love to go to the private schools and get all the boys there. That's unfortunately the Hills culture with that.
Yeah, it's that GPS competition is going from strength to strength, so. It's good to see that level of competition, though, in high school and club basketball. So subbing in to the game for Hills, Harry Lubinskas out of Knox. There you go, another private school.
Another private school. What can I say? The Hills know what they want.
Yeah, had 23 points in that last game, Harry Lubinskas. He's coming off the bench, so it's what I was saying before, Cooper. Both these teams run deep.
Moss with the ball. Great play. Bailey Tom in there. Easy double team on Moss. He had an open man. Bailey was there at GYG Stadium.
Yeah, you were not kidding about Bailey Tom's strength. He's pulling his way to the basket. He's looking aggressive to start this game off, Bailey Tom, and Hills are going to need that if they want to win this game. Sabota, that's a tough shot, but offside ring. Yeah, Dom hasn't had a whole lot of open shots. He's their leading scorer for the year, and did feature in NBL1 quite heavily. In the corner, it's Harry. Oh, and sailing in there, AFL style. Who else but Bailey Tom? Second chance now for Hills Hornets. Back-to-back possessions. See what they can do with it.
Mossy take it to the ring. Size doesn't matter where you're. Oh! Oh, the curse. Wait, goaltending.
Yeah, I know.
Saved by the whistle on that one. Ethan Mossy got there.
Yeah, I'm liking it. There's a lot of energy in the building at the moment. It's a bit tense. Neither team managing to grapple momentum, but the Bulls down by 10 points at the moment, 21-11. They came out aggressive, the Bulls, but Hills have managed to claw themselves into a double-digit lead now.
So thankful for the timeout for Tricky. You know, he absolutely knew that something needed to change. Even if it was just a momentum shift, boys, get your head in the game, and it's definitely worked. But now Inner West going to catch up on that as well.
Sabota back, the give and go, that's beautiful basketball, and the putback by White, unsuccessful. Don't mind that little two-man game, though, between Zane White and Sabota.
That was an amazing play. Unfortunately, sometimes you can't finish the basket. But the pass action definitely went through the Hornets defense.
Yeah, some caviar-style ball movement. Top-notch stuff. Lorente back into the game.
The Generals on the floor. The Army get ready.
Yeah, looking to set things up here. Lubinskas. Handoff action. Illy. Oh, that's picked off Kodahi, but couldn't quite get on the other side of it, so Hills will maintain possession. Shot clock at 22. Yeah, so interesting moments. Bulls desperately need to stop here. They don't want this lead to get any larger. Could be 12 points after this possession, potentially 13. It'll be a 12-point lead thanks to give and go action.
Brooklyn defending the ball. He's a very talented defender, very agile, but is he going to be good enough? Pass out to the wing, or to the corner, I say. Step back three. Oh.
Rattles out. Unlucky.
Great shot attempt, though. It looked like it was going in, and sometimes that's half the battle.
Yeah, don't mind that from Jovanovic. He's a very capable three-point shooter. Into the corner, speaking of which, it's Harry Lubinskas. Doesn't miss on that attempt.
Brooklyn Illy backing right at the same spot, guarding the ball as he should be.
Yeah, him and Dom, they got kind of a big duel all afternoon. Hill's got a lot of guards they can throw at Dom, so see how that plays out. Sabota back on the ball now. Again, that experience showing for Dom Sabota. Dang, subs back in for the Inner West Bulls. Sabota's going to take a break. Oh no, he's going to inbound. That's a bit of a pump fake out there.
Ethan Moss subbed out for Bailey Tom. Now we have two players from the under-14s national champion, Bailey Tom and Brooklyn Illy from the Hills Hornets. They won the under-14s nationals together way back when, and now representing the Youth 1 boys, which is very, very impressive.
Oh, the floater from Dom. Yeah, unlucky on the roll, but only a matter of time before Sabota gets that lid off the basket, and it's going to be a scary sight. But Hills, they've done a great job on the defensive coverage of the Bulls superstar.
Bailey Tom calling the floor, 10 seconds, decides to shoot it Paul George style and gets it in!
Wow, the bank shot. That's probably not how he planned it. Dang it, going baseline, but travel called.
Oh, I would not want to be the Inner West Bulls right now. Unfortunately, shot, travels, anything can happen when they're on court.
Yeah, Lately Luck is not smiling at the Bulls at the moment, but I think it's only a matter of time before they grapple momentum back. But Hills, their offense is running like a well-oiled machine early on in this game. A 29-11 advantage.
Let's see if Bailey pulls another jump shot. Coming through. Decides to spin it in. Rebound to the Bulls. A lot of hustle.
Oh, Dom, yeah, that almost looked good from here, but falling short for Dom. Wow, a tale of two halves in one quarter. The Bulls came out firing, but a timely timeout from Tricky, and Hills are up 29-11. Wow, Hills, it's really working on offense at the moment.
Very much so, but let's not rule that in the West. Obviously, they had the first 9 points in the game. They can still do it. They just have to, firstly, get their shots in, which is the hard truth, unfortunately, and stop the Hills on the defensive end. Now, it's going to be tough. Hills are making points from the corner three, the top of the three, the inside basket, the second chance option. They're hitting from all 4 points. So, if I was the coach, I need to get the boys' energy up, get their hustle up, and get some points in the basket.
Yeah, of course, it's kind of a pick your poison situation with Hills because they got so many capable shooters, but also if you close out too hard, they're just going to blow straight past you. Bailey Tom came out aggressive to start that game. Moss already has 3 threes in this matchup. Meanwhile, for the Inner West Bulls, it was a great performance early on from Zane White. Look to keep Zane White getting aggressive. I like when they run that pick and roll action between Sabota and White.
Absolutely. Inner West, very talented. That inside action has been incredible. And some of those plays I think are beautiful. Unfortunately, all gas, no cigar when it comes to the finish inside to the basket. But they are getting past the defense, meaning just get the ball in the hole. Yeah. Referee action has been amazing as well. Thank you to our referees.
Yeah, they're doing pretty well. We've got the big three here today.
Jesse Brown, we've got Tom Marsh, and we've got Reese, all capable, very talented referees refereeing this game. Very, very talented. They should be, this is a little bit beneath them, if I have to say so myself. But, this game is going to be aggressive, and that's why they're here.
Yeah, we've got some of the best officials in the business here in New South Wales. Thank you to anyone tuning in, whether you're a Hills fan, Bulls fan, or just enjoying the basketball action free on YouTube. Appreciate having you here, James and Cooper. Heading into the second quarter, where you're going to see if the Bulls can edge back into this game, or will Hills continue to soar? And also, just while we have a moment, thank you to our ball sponsors. First time ever, we've got Wilson on board this year, and I tell you what, the players have been giving great feedback. They say one of the best balls they've ever shot with. And the players know, they know the little intricacies. So go and get yourself a Wilson ball, and head to bnsw.com.au for check out more of our sponsors. So thank you for your support all throughout the year. Second quarter underway here. Bulls taking on the Hills Hornets, and this is going to be a ripper second half. White looking to stay aggressive. Kudahi, oh yeah, a little too overzealous, the general, on that closeout.
Nah, absolute foul. Everyone on the floor knew about that one. No fighting against that one, I do say myself.
Yeah, not even the best lawyers could defend that one. So Ethan Moss, yeah, quick sub out. Lorente is going to head to the bench. Moss back in. So not a good sign if you're a Bulls fan, but White, this is a good sign. Kicks it back out. Kudahi staying aggressive, dumps it off. White, defends his own player. And dang, flying through the air out of nowhere and tucking it back in.
That's an example of making something out of nothing. Unfortunately, Inner West was guarded by his own player, but thankfully Dane got there, got the points, and exactly what they needed, a couple points on the board.
It's my favourite type of cooking, something out of nothing. I love going to pantry deep dive.
Now, what do Hills do when they have no options? Give the ball to Moss and see what happens. And sorry for the curse, he missed that one on the mid-shot.
Yeah, but still looks pretty good. That flick of the wrist is automatic for Ethan Moss. Kudahi to White. Running a pretty tight rotation today, the Bulls. White out to Dang. Can shoot, but chased off the three-point line. Staying persistent. Wanted a foul, but none came. So Hills Hornets taking the ball the other way. Moss goes. Oh, double team. Lubinskas in the corner. He's a dangerous shooter from there, but chooses to attack nonetheless. Marshall a 1-2 game with Tom, but yeah, a little too much sauce on the hot dog in that pass, and fires it out of bounds. So Bulls going to take the ball the other way.
Unfortunately, I think it was too much sauce in that entire play. They had a couple of good options, but yet they would try to make something out of nothing, and it didn't work in the Hills Hornets' favour.
Yeah, as much as you want to execute and you want to be focused, you don't want to tense up on offense. You need to have that flow, that natural flow to your game. But Bulls looking to bounce back here. They're down 29-13. Bit of handoff action. Kudahi. Yeah, nothing doing for the Bulls at the moment, but Kudahi, can he make something happen? Oh, great cut by Deng, but the delivery not quite on target.
I feel sorry. Kudahi is doing an amazing job spreading the floor, an amazing playmaking position. Unfortunately, again, the boys that is not on his level right now, if they step up, maybe we have a very closer game.
And Liam Luschelder into the game, number 14. Been keen to watch Liam play all season long. He's one of the big supporters of 2 Feet in the Paint. So big shout to Liam. Thanks for your support throughout the year. Hopefully get to see him do his thing here in the semi-final. Tom looks so dangerous in that first quarter. Probing now, just finds way through, but swatted by White. Zane having none of it.
Hills did well slowing down the ball. That was a fast break situation, but now stopped. However, is he going to make the 2-point shot?
And foul. I think they're going to call that one on the floor, but yeah, Liam Luschelder just wasting no time trying to impact this game. Said a little earlier, Coach Kudahi running a tight rotation with his Bulls players here. But maybe Liam can be a bit of an X factor, that sixth man who can try to claw the Bulls back into this game. But at the moment, Hills, the defense has been suffocating. Sabota trying to do a dance with Lubinskas, drawing the foul and getting to the free throw line. That's a veteran type move there. If nothing's doing, get in there, draw the contact and get yourself to the free throw line. Try to get a bit of rhythm going.
I wonder what his intention was. Was it to go for the shot or get the foul? Either or, he made something happen.
Yeah, you got to say, Dom to the line now. Does have college experience with Kentucky Wesleyan College, but returned to Australia now, back at his junior club where it all began, the Bulls. He's averaging 16 points per game and had a massive 24 points in their win last week against Manly to qualify for the semis.
That's a tough win to beat Manly. They're a very tough squad. Obviously deserve to be here. Good on the West Bulls. And with the 3, Deng.
Oh, unlucky you're on the roll there.
It just wants to get in there, but unfortunately it's not going to happen yet.
Yeah, maybe it's something about this ring. I got to say, a lot of teams struggling when they're running that way. Wasn't a problem for Bankstown, who did stamp their ticket into the grand final. So the winner of this game will take on the Bruins. Back cut, Moss. Wall up by Deng, going nowhere. So pulling it back out now. Shot clock winding down, 2 seconds. And the flotation device is buoyant.
In the West with the ball to Josh Morgan. Bailey Tom guarding him heavily, closely. Is this going to be an ISO action? Is he going to palm off the ball? We'll get to find out.
Yeah, Brooklyn Illy been positive influence coming off the bench. Luschelder back out, Morgan, Sabota. Oh, that's again another kind of veteran move. I know Sabota's still very young, but he has a lot of basketball experience under his belt, as we were saying before in college. But yeah, just seems to have all those little tricks in the book.
Very high IQ player. That's unfortunately, I think it was a little bit extra on that. However, definitely a foul by Hills Hornets, and he definitely got that from them. Big man. Big man's on the court. Gabriel, or we call him Gabe at Hornets. Absolute big 5, knows his role, and hopefully can make an impact. Lav stolen with the ball.
Yeah, so interesting matchups. Bulls, they don't have a whole lot of size in their team. No Andrew Swanson, their big man. Not too sure where he is today, but yeah, Bulls, they're going short. Hills going tall, and it's paying off. The rebound for Gabe.
Two shots for Gabe. Now, I'm interested. I want to know his free throw percentage because I haven't actually seen him play a lot. This can be interesting. Maybe they foul him at every time. Like a Hacker Shack vibe.
Yeah, so subbing it back into the game. Leon Bailey's back out there for the Bulls. As Mark said, to the line now. Played at New South Wales under-20s I think last year on a team with Harry Lubinskas. So got 2 New South Wales under-20 reps in this game, and wow, it goes to show the caliber of these two teams when you bring in a New South Wales under-20 rep off your bench. The depth on this Hills side is phenomenal. Good rebound by White. So Bulls on a bit of a drought at the moment. Haven't hit a field goal in a long time. Ball on the court.
Oh, ball on the court. I didn't expect. Oh, and a lot of vibes happening from that. Now, who's the culprit of that? Can we sneak them out?
We're not gonna name names. We're not gonna.
Definitely, we're not gonna point fingers.
Call them out. I think unfortunately we're Bulls fans, so maybe give him a little bit of time out to set things up here. White on the give and go with Sabota, but blocked by Gabe. No way.
Brooklyn with the ball.
Yeah.
Big man's in the key.
Yeah, trying to get to the big man, but shifting the ball around the perimeter. Moss always active on the step back. Moss offside ring, rebound. White, Sabota.
Sabota, nice hesitate. Tried to get the foul, was unlucky.
Yeah, John. Little cold from the field early on in this game, Sabota, but going to get our crew floor wipers, the Rebels Juniors. And thank you to the Central Coast Crusaders and the Central Coast Waves for hosting this weekend. Pleasure to be up here on the Central Coast, bringing you this Waratah League youth Waratah League wheelchair basketball. It's all happening.
Everything's happening. Lav from Hills Hornets just got subbed out, number 13. I suspect a cut or a bruise. Mandatory substitution if there is blood on the court.
Yeah, so Lav Banjak's going to just get that one wrapped up. Nothing too major. So that's going to see Singh check into the game for the Hills Hornets. Bulls looking to set things up here. Loose shoulder. Oh, the floater's totally off by Liam. Yeah, good defensive pressure. Hills have been rotating well and using their physicality without fouling. Tom, speaking of physicality, into the line, Bailey. That backcourt duo of Bailey Tom and Ethan Moss is elite. One of the best backcourts in this league.
Well, we'll see, because I think Bankstown might say it differently with their lineup and their depth in their squad.
Damn. Jesse Edwards and Buvak is a good backcourt. And that's those two are waiting to see who they're going to face tomorrow in the grand final. Will it be Hills or will it be the Bulls? Of course, you can tune in to the Youth League men's grand final at 11 tomorrow. Or, hey, coming up to the game, there's plenty of seats in the house, and we all know Hills fans, Bankstown fans, Bulls fans, they travel well.
They travel well. Bailey Tom, second free throw, will it go in? It does not, but we've got the rebound from Jaskrit Singh. Second chance basket, and another 2 shots for Bailey Tom.
Yeah, so plenty of depth in the bigs positions at this Hills Hornets side. Yeah, to have Jaskrit Singh coming off your bench. I mean, there's just so much depth. Anyway, I won't keep going on about the depth. There's just plenty of exciting players to watch. I won't.
What I do want to say is the amount of people that have travelled all the way, like Inner West and the Hills crowd. Big shout out to the Hills Hornets fans coming to watch the game. Big shout out to Inner West. I've got signs saying Bulls, go Bulls. This is incredible. It's all about the community with basketball, and I'm glad we get to see it firsthand. Yeah,
it's definitely basketball at its best. These kind of tight arenas, these tight stadiums, passionate fans, and these young players playing maybe to go on to do bigger things in the future, but a lot on the line, especially in a semi-final. Moss.
If in doubt, give it to Moss.
Oh, body's on the floor, and I'm going to call that one out of bounds. Hills maintain possession with 8 on the shot clock. Those floor wipers, they're going to be busy this afternoon. It's got a little warmer here, so I'm sure there's a little more sweat out and about, a little more perspiration from the players.
But they're on top of it. They're an elite squad of cleaning the machines, and they're ready to go. And the referee's helping out as well. Team effort, like I said, community.
Yeah, some of the best in the business. Of course, all organic cotton towels. Nothing but the best here up at Breakers Stadium. I should say Guzman y Gomez Stadium.
Oh, Guzman y Gomez Stadium.
Yeah, still getting used to the new name. Thank you, Guzman y Gomez, for the sponsorship. Long threes up by Tom. Missing everything. I think Guzman's also a sponsor of the Hills, am I right?
Yes, they're sponsor of the Hills, sponsor of the Penrith. They're a big sponsor for all things basketball, so shout out to Guzman Gomez.
And Josh Morgan, wasting no time getting up the court. maybe Josh Morgan can be that X-Factor player. He's one of their leading scorers all season long, Josh. And, yeah, if he can start revving that engine up. Moss, three's up. Well, that would have been his 4th 3 of the afternoon, but ringing out. Kodahi now. Over to Josh Morgan. Staying aggressive, Josh. Oh, on the step back. Oh, that's offside ring. Moss doing a bit of everything, getting the rebound there. And manages to bait Leon Bailey into a foul. Be interesting to see what number foul that is on Leon Bailey. They're going to need him as this game goes along. Yeah, he's a big off the bench. That's 3 personal fouls now on Leon Bailey. 4th team foul.
He needs to behave. We've still got 4 minutes into the second quarter. And Inner West need him at all points of this game. So keep your hands up. Hopefully referees take it easy on you.
Yeah, things do get a little more intense in finals. The game before this, Bankstown and Maitland was extremely physical. So I think as the game winds on, things are only going to get more intense. So stay tuned and thank you for tuning in live on YouTube. It's great to have you with us. Cooper and James taking you through the semi-final. Youth men dumping it off. Singh stuck under the basket. Oh, almost a falcon there on Gabe, but Bulls end up with possession. Josh Morgan. Over to Dang. Dang pivoting, step back. Yeah, not getting any lucky rolls on this ring, the Bulls, but still credit to the Hills defense. They're doing a great job to put Bulls off their stride at the moment. Moss tucks it under his arm. Quick ball movement. The general reporting for duty.
Inner West coming straight back to the floor. We have an offensive foul. Not only did Josh Lorente score the 3, but he also took the charge on the defense. Hills have now got the ball. That is what we call a hustle player.
So substitutions on the floor.
Jaskrit Singh coming off with the Lav Banjak coming back onto the court.
And meanwhile for the Bulls, Sid Kodahi back into the game. And Riley Scriberis. They're seeing his first minutes of the afternoon for the Bulls. In the corner now. Trying to go back-to-back. Lorente couldn't get that one to drop. Kodahi scanning the floor, looking for runners. Finds Dang. Dang goes up strong and fouled in the process. So Dang going to head to the line. I'm liking this aggressive mentality from Akil Dang. Had 22 points last week against Manly to help punch their ticket through to this semi-final. So it'd definitely be one that was on the scouting report for the Hills Hornets.
He's very athletic and he's going to play a crucial part with this. Lav on his second foul. And he actually comes second in all of the Youth Men 1 of fouls. He was a score of 74 fouls in the season. So that's not a stat that he wants to brag about, all the Hornets.
Yeah, at least you get numbers on the board somehow, I guess.
You've got to make your name somewhere.
Yeah, it's like if you're going to do it, you might as well be the best, I guess. So Dang on the line. Trying to chip away at this lead, but wow, Hills Hornets have come out aggressive in this game. So Lubinsky is going to check back in for the Hills Hornets. And he's going to give give Gabe a bit of a break. So the big man, good minutes off the bench. But yeah, going a little shorter here, the Hills Hornets.
Coach Tricky must obviously love the outside action, the fast action, and just rotating the bigs in and out to give them a break. Very smart players, only those guards can get the shots up.
Also seen Tom Manieri check into the game for the first time. So getting late second quarter minutes. Maybe, tricky. He's being a bit tricky with his subs, keeping the Bulls on their toes. Of course, it is a game of basketball, but between the coaches, it can be a game of chess sometimes. And back, over and back, good defensive pressure from Dom Sabota. Not just a scorer, but a elite, pesky defender.
Definitely not the first thing you want to do on your first minute or first 10 seconds on the court, a backcourt violation.
Yeah. Kodahi. Get in now. Dang. Looking to stay aggressive here. Akil into the paint, but travel called. It's just, I think, shuffled the feet a little bit.
Too much hip in his step. But Dang will play a key player. He's very talented. I'm excited to see what happens.
So timeout on the floor. I think coaches want to talk things over here. convincing lead at the moment for the Hills Hornets, up 36-17. So yeah, I think Coach Kurahi just wants to maybe tweak a few things on the offensive end. The ball movement's been a little slower than it was in that first quarter when they got out to that big lead. And meanwhile, for the Hills Hornets, if you're Coach Tricky, what are you telling the boys at the moment?
If I'm Coach Tricky, I need to make sure that our momentum is still going. Even though Hills have a big lead, unfortunately, momentum is kind of slowing down. Our shots aren't falling in like they used to. So we need to harp into them. There's still a game happening, and Coach Tricky needs to sort that out. I also like to have a big shout out to all the fans coming in to watch this game. You know, like I said, this game's about community. So big shout out to all the Hills Hornets fans, and big shout out to all the Bulls fans in the back. Love their work.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, two really well-supported clubs, and can't wait to see the Bulls fans filling out that new grandstand in Eastwood. But until then, yeah, enjoyed going out to Concord this year. It's a nice venue over there. And Sydney Uni, it's been great. But yeah, great that the Bulls could finally get a home. But for now, you never know. Some of these youth players could be in NBL 1 by the time that stadium gets built.
Well, let's hope. We want to see as many people come through the program and get into the highest possible position, no matter what club they are from.
Yeah, I hope so. And yeah, it's keen to see Andrew Swanson play today. Unfortunately, not suiting up for the Bulls. That was listed in the program. Maybe was not eligible because the game's played. He had a big part of the NBL 1 team this year. So looking to set things up. Lorente, almost with the 8-second violation with the Hornets. Defense paying off for the Bulls. That pressing action.
And the second play for Tom Maneri is a out-of-bounds call. So things are not looking good for him specifically. Coach Tricky a little bit furious about that action. He believed the call was wrong. Coach Jesse Brown using the charm, telling him, hey, it's all going to be okay. Life is good. Let's move on.
Yeah. Summer's coming up.
Summer's
We're at the
coming
beach
up
soon. It'll be sweet.
Tomorrow.
So the Bulls, again, on a bit of a drought at the moment. Hill's done a great job just holding to just 17 points and picked off Bailey Tom, but back into the backcourt. Josh Morgan galloping back to save that one. Kodahi gets the ball over the halfway line. Swarming, though, defense from the Hills Hornets. Morgan, smart, manages to draw the foul after getting Ethan Moss off the ground. That'd be helpful if the Bulls could get Moss in a bit of foul trouble, but I think that's only going to be his second for the afternoon. So Josh Morgan to the line. You're telling me a little earlier, used to play for the Hills Hornets.
Yes, Josh Morgan for the last couple of years played for the Hills Hornets. Definitely in the senior program. I think for the junior program just for a little bit. But, you know, very, very talented player. You know, one of our front runners. But obviously, he found a better opportunity somewhere closer to his home. And, you know, playing obviously a big minutes in the Youth Men 1 boys and decent minutes in the NBL 1 for his, you know, age bracket. So
yeah, it happens sometimes. I've seen that a lot recently, actually. Like a lot of talented players coming through this youth men's program at Hills, but then going somewhere else. I'm thinking of Jack Giddens, Jamie Munro as well.
So yeah, they appreciate the Hills culture, and we still appreciate them. But obviously, they're trying to find their best individual performance. And Inner West Bulls got the quick rebound. Let's see if they can make something with it.
Numbers here for the Bulls, going up strong and finishing. Impressive play from Riley Scriveris. All right, Riley, show us what you can do. Maybe he can be the X-Factor man. Try to spark this Bulls offense into action. Tom, the pump fake. Splits two defenders and finishes smoothly. Bailey Tom having himself a game early on.
Things are starting to get a little bit chirpy onto the court, a little more of a violent action, but that hopefully is just a part of the game and nothing comes from it. Josh Morgan with the three, splash, makes.
Not just a rim rattler. Josh Morgan shot off his range. A much improved three-point shooter, and that's become a big part of his arsenal.
Swing pass to Lorento, Brooklyn Illy driving in. Does he shoot it? He does.
And Brooklyn Illy. That's 4 points now for Brook. He's doing his job. Very solid player off the bench for the Hills Hornets. Also doing it defensively as well. So Brooklyn Illy earning his minutes in the semi-final. Ball swing around. Kudahi gets his defender off the ground. Shots up. Yeah, Skibarez couldn't get that one to drop. Don't mind the shot though. It was a good look. Brooklyn Illy staying aggressive. Picked pocket though. Josh Morgan getting the cookies there. Sabota. Pulls it back out, smart. Josh Morgan, oh, wasn't expecting that one. And Lubinskas stepping in to steal that. Brooklyn Illy. Gonna pull things up here, say chill boys, let's get into our half-court sets.
I was about to say, it was
Smart
like
move.
a tennis match going left and right, left and right. My neck is hurting from that. Bailey Tom with the ball, 10 seconds on the shot clock. What will he do? Calls for Maneri on the right-hand screen, left-hand screen. Does he drive it in? Does he pass it off? Takes the shot.
Oh, yeah, bodies
Unlucky.
flying everywhere. But that one's going to end up with the Inner West Bulls. So they're going to have, yeah, we're going to consult on the clock to see how many seconds we have left. Of course, it is finals basketball. Every second, every microsecond counts.
Referees, it was 7.6 on the clock, just to let you know. 7.6 on the cclock.
Oh, nice.
I was on top of it, but I've got a feeling that they're going to go 7.2.
Yeah, text us in. What do you think it's going to be? We'll take some bets. The closest one within a millisecond will walk home with a Guzman and Gomez voucher.
Oh, I like that. Go GYG.
So in the timeout, Bulls managing to pull things back a little bit, but still all Hills Hornets up 40-23 in this youth men's semi-final.
Nah, Inner West have got what it takes. They've got the talent. They've got the skill. Let's just keep crawling upon this lead, get this game a little bit closer, and focus defensively on stopping the baskets from Hills Hornets. It can still be done. We're still very early into the game, and we still got 7.6 on the clock, I am assuming. But obviously, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think for the Bulls, love to see Zane White has spent a bit of time on the bench in this quarter. Like to see him back out there, maybe looking to shake things up. Josh Morgan's starting to get the engine fired up as well. So those athletic kind of foremen for the Inner West Bulls, I think are going to be key to trying to claw their way back into this game. Meanwhile, for the Hills Hornets, what's been working well?
Ethan Moss. That's
Yeah.
my two words, Ethan Moss.
Yeah.
Everyone's been making their basket, but Ethan Moss has touched the ball and passed it around, and he knows he's controlling the floor. I think we should give him the name General because he's the general of the court, but we reserve that for Josh Lorente. However, the boys have got, like you said before, the depth in the squad is unreal, and they needed to keep making their shots, keep the energy high, but Hills as an association is an energy team. If the energy's lacking, they are lacking. So let's hope the crowd keeps boosting them up, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to be big. And you're right, though, about Ethan Moss as well. If he's not getting his own, he actually does get downhill pretty well and demands a lot of attention, which opens things up for the other Hills Hornets players. So, yeah, effective as a playmaking point guard or a scoring guard. Hey, big shout to Lee Moss if he's tuning in, if he's not in the crowd. I haven't seen him around, but...
I haven't seen him. I think he's either at working as a barber or with his little daughter.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll make the drive for the grand final if Hills Hornets make it to the top.
Yeah, so a bit of pressing action from the Hornets. 6 seconds on the clock. Sabota going hard at the floater, just a front ring. The give and go, but geez, Dom can't buy a shot at the moment. Unlucky for the crafty guard.
Inner West searching for a foul in that play, and they are not going to get it. Half time now at not Hills Hornets. It's almost home court advantage. GYG Stadium, 40-23. Hills is winning. Inner West still got the ways to come back.
Yeah, they got the work cut out for the second half, the Inner West Bulls, but they're definitely not out of this game. They've shown glimpses of brilliance, but the Hills Hornets having a more well-rounded game. But defensively, offensively, they're taking care of the boards really well too. So at the half-time break, we're just going to take a bit of time to have a little break, hydrate, catch our breath. It was a pretty action-packed first half. We'll be back a couple minutes before the second half for a bit more analysis. But until then, take care. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. welcome back to the beautiful sunny Central Coast, where is Waratah Finals weekend. We've got our youth men's Division 1 matchup between Hills Hornets and Inner West Bulls. Cooper and James taking you through this finals action. Cooper, I mean, the Hills Hornets come out with a point to prove. What was working for them in that first half?
I'm going to say it again. If you were joining early in the stream, I've got 2 words for you. It is called Ethan Moss. Ethan Moss. If you give him the ball, he either gets it into the paint, gets the shot up, or gives it to someone else. And he's played such a crucial role to this. But we've been saying that all game, the depth that Hills Hornets has had is something incredible and something that only we can do. But Inner West, they're still in the game, just under 20-point difference. Oh, yeah, just around that. I couldn't do math for a second. They've got what it takes. They've got the talent. And they just hope that time doesn't run out before they catch up.
Yeah, I think for the Bulls, they got to lean a little more on Dom Sabota. He was doing all he can to try to get a bit of space out there. But got to say, Hills, they were swarming him on defense. But if Dom Sabota can get a few more shots up, maybe a bit more down screen, on-ball screen action, give him a bit more space. But I'd love to see as well Zane White and Josh Morgan get a few more opportunities. James Godahi as well. He's got to pull the trigger on any threes he can see. So, look, there's plenty of options out there for the Bulls, but I think it begins and ends with Dom Sabota. And Akil Dang as well had 22 points last week, so maybe he can pull it together in the second half. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Check your Wi-Fi connection, check your data, make sure you got enough for the second half action. Thank you for joining us. We've got a live update on viewers. Got 76 people viewing at the moment, so thank you all so much.
Famous.
Oh no, wow. Really made the big leagues, and thank you to everyone supporting, not just for this weekend, but all season long. It's been a wonderful year of basketball in New South Wales.
And like you said, this is BNSW Christmas over here.
Yeah.
BNSW Christmas. We look forward to this day every year, and we're excited to be here and excited to give you the best sport we can possibly give you.
Yeah, we are, and these athletes, so impressive. It almost seems like every year they get a little bit better, and I think New South Wales basketball is about to head into a golden era. A lot of infrastructure being built, a lot of investment going into coaching and development, and you're seeing it this weekend. So, Youth Men's Div 1 semi-final. Semi-final, Hills taking on the Bulls. Ready to go, Coop. Let's get this underway. It's going to be a ripper second half. And, geez, cannot wait to see what's in store. I'm guessing someone's going to give us a big dunk. Maybe a Bailey Tom dunk, Josh Morgan. Yeah.
If we're taking bets, I think it's the matchup between Dang and Lav. That's my bet.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see what the odds are.
Yeah.
Lav just gave me a wink. He's game ready.
Yeah, there you go. So underway here, the second half. Will the Bulls claw their way back into this game, or the Hills Hornets advance through to the grand final? Dang it! That's going to get you started.
Pow, pow, pow! That's exactly what they needed. Great three-point action. He was confident. He was ready.
Yeah, that gets the Bulls fans back in the game. It's funny, just one big three at the right time can really activate your team. Karahi, the energy, but still going to stay with the Hills Hornets. 11 seconds on the shot clock.
Bailey Tom passing the ball. Ethan Moss, exactly their plan. Give it to Mossy, see what he can do. And gets it open for Lav in the middle.
You were hoping for a dunk from Lav Banjak, but ended up just laying that one in softly. Sabota, unlucky. Getting in great opportunities, but just not rolling for the superstar. Tom getting downhill, gives the defender a bump, and they're just going to say that's a flop. So, no foul called. Bailey Tom, though, gets the two points nonetheless.
We have said Kubota has a high IQ player, but unfortunately, Sabota couldn't do that one today.
Screen action, Morgan going downhill, draws the foul.
From big man Gabe.
Yeah, so early in the second half, looking like the Bulls coming back, refocused, re-energized a little bit. Sure, Coach Danny Kodahi had a few stern words to them at halftime.
Oh, have to be more than a few. Definitely some kind of action there.
Yeah, so Josh Morgan, the human highlight reel, to the line now. Yeah, got some heavy strapping on that right calf. I think did have a little bit of an injury, a little bit of a tweak earlier this year, but Josh Morgan's having a stellar year in his first year back with the Inner West Bulls. Featured very heavily in the NBL 1 squad in a side that didn't have a whole lot of length.
Very much so. He played his role for sure. We have a no basket foul called by number 1, holding, going to Hills ball on the sideline.
Yeah, so Dang gets called for his second personal foul of the afternoon. It's his first team foul, though, for the Bulls. A lot of physicality in that first half. You've got a feeling that's going to continue in the second half. If anything, get more intense as this game gets closer.
As it should. Youth Men 1 boys isn't for the weak. It's for the strong, it's for the athletic, and for the aggressive.
So I'm holding the ball up now. Yeah, can't find cutters, but gets it to Moss. This is one of his sweet spots. Gets a defend off the ground, and the float is just short. Zane White, big rebound. Kudahi, crafty ball handler. It's all the way into the paint. Whips it across in the corner. Josh Morgan thought about the 3. Gives it up to Dom. Over to White now. Handoff action back to Sabota. In the corner now. Dang, that's a great opportunity, but off back ring. Dom Sabota, though, hanging around. White. Third chance now for the Bulls. Tucked in by Kildang.
Bulls wanted him more than Hills. That's why they had 3 chances to get the basket, and then they got the easy 2. Good on for the Bulls.
The Bulls starting to get a bit of momentum here, but you can see Lav Banjak's got other ideas. Head down to the basket, draws the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Lav Banjak, would you say kind of on the fringe of the NBL 1 squad, but definitely a bright future ahead for Lav?
Very much so. Still young, still learning, still playing, but an incredible sight to watch. Obviously, before he was playing Youth 2, only last year, got one of the highest accolades you can get for Youth 2. Got the Hills Hornets Rep Player of the Year. Moved up to Youth 1. Only development player for the NBL 1 squad. Bright future away for Lav.
Yeah, and averaging 15 points per game this season. So, yeah, isn't that amazing? Coming up from Division 2 and just hitting the ground running in Div 1. So, yeah, big future ahead for Lav Banjak. Dang, getting tricky. No, not talking about the Hills coach either.
15-second shot clock. We've got Bulls ball on the baseline. What will they do? Will they go to the 3, drive in, reset the ball? Guess we'll find out.
We've got to look to try to claw back and narrow this lead, the Bulls. They don't want to leave it too late to put a bit of a run on. Kodahi over to Dang. Dang got Banjak in front of him. Dang wants to dance, but pickpocket by Lav. Great defense. Gets his hands in the cookie jar. The general, Lorente. Couldn't get that one to drop though. Sabota. So ball going back and forth, back and forth. Sabota looking to dump that one off, but that's off Hills. Bulls going to maintain possession with 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Sabota, very talented playmaker. Unfortunately, couldn't give it the ball to the player.
Yeah, so looking to set people up, Dom. Hasn't had the best shooting day, but I'm sure that's going to change in just a moment. Oh, on cue!
Couldn't plan that any better. Great shot for Sabota on the 3.
Man, it's game time for Dom Sabota, the Nintendo DS. Can he activate video game mode, though? We'll see. Mossy.
Answering back. Oh.
I told you, there's something about that ring on the left side. It might be a little cursed. Seen a bit of that all afternoon and throughout the morning. Really not generous rings to you at Central Coast. You've really got to swoosh him in. And foul called on the floor. Sabota starting to kick into gear. It's a good sign if you're an Inner West Bulls fan. They managed to narrow the lead down to 12 now. 44-32. Hills still in control though.
Let's see if Kadahi can make the ball. Quick foul by Bailey Tom. He's upset with the call, but I don't blame him. Tough call, but you can't hit the point guard, unfortunately. Protected species.
That's a good one. Morgan over to Kadahi. Hey, I hope you don't trademark that saying. I might steal that. That's a good one.
What, protected species?
Yeah. Kadahi. Oh, smooth sailing to the ring, but just undercooks the layup. Lorente galloping, scoops it across and, oh, geez, quick hands. Marshall sets him up. But Tom couldn't get the 3 to drop. Kadahi kicks it across. Sabota in rhythm, but blocked by Moss. Kadahi, second chance for the Bulls. Buries
Inner West have got this action going crazy. The Bulls crowd is ready. The shots are going in. And Hills Hornets are the clown in this circus. Now, what do you do? What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, you really got to get out on those shooters. I mean, I think Hills were a little bit lucky in that first half that the Bulls won't quite knock in their shots down, but it looks like they're locked and loaded now, and they've managed to narrow it down to a 12-point margin, 44-32.
Absolutely agree. You need to, Hills Hornets need to start to wake up again, because Bulls have waken up, they've taken their Red Bull, or whatever energy drink we're sponsored by, and they're ready to go. Yeah, it's the Bulls on parade, got to say. Get that Rage Against the Machine energy going. But, yeah, the Bulls fans are into it as well. And they're some of the rowdiest in the business. If you've ever been to an NBL1 game at ELS Hall, it gets rockers in there. I think I'm dancing with the Bulls crowd, which is very ironic wearing a Hills Hornets shirt. But I'm loving it because it's Waratah weekend. It's Christmas time.
Yeah, dancing with the Bulls, running with the Bulls. Now, we got love for all clubs here. And what a spectacle these two teams are putting on. But can the Hills Hornets make the adjustments defensively to slow down this run by the Bulls? Of course, Hills Hornets, they've been firing on all cylinders offensively, so maybe they can just outscore them and not have to worry about their defense too much. Got a great game on our hands here in Terrigal. Where else would you rather be on a Saturday? It's finals weekend, and the defense by Dang. And no. Yeah, they're going to call a foul.
That was a very, very tough play. Bailey Tom was unbalanced, unready. And I think he was saved by the whistle, because if Dang did nothing, Bailey Tom was going to fall over.
Yeah.
I guess that's what he's trying to argue, but obviously we play by the whistle.
It's a little touch and go. Could have gone either way there, but yeah, Dang, not too stoked about that one. A lot of defensive energy being exerted on both ends, both these sides. Yeah, they don't give up many opportunities. Moss. Oh, Moss, he's too fast, too furious.
Ethan Moss, he was guarded by the biggest player on the court. Dang, and made it work. Max Marshall on the thing.
Wyatt spinning, but wall up perfect by Bailey Tom on a much taller player as well. Lorente streaking down the right wing. Going to pull things back out now, the danger man, Ethan Moss. Moss dumps it off. The flotation device, it's beautiful by Max Marshall.
The general is now ready. He's looking onto his first target. Saboto, is he going to take the ball? Is Saboto going to get the shot in? Tries to pass it, hits the knee. Goes green.
Yeah, I don't think Kudahi really expected that one. So subbing in to the game for the Inner West Bulls, we've got Will Jovanovic. Now, keep an eye out for number 35, ladies and gentlemen. Jovanovic, just watching him in warm-ups and warming up for the second half as well. He was nailing the threes, so maybe he can light things up from beyond the arc for the Bulls. And I think they're kind of holding foul on Zane White down there on the baseline. Not a foul you want to give away. Zane is such an important part of this Bulls side, and that's going to be his third foul of the game. Not a good sign for the boys in white and black. I do like these new Bulls jerseys, I must say, though.
They're very clean, aren't they?
Oh, so fresh and so clean. Marshall couldn't get that one to drop, but on the rebound, Lorente did get it, but couldn't get his hands around it, so Bulls going to take the ball the other way.
You know what I'm loving? This might not do basketball, but the amount of mustaches I'm seeing. I would like to make a comment. We're wearing mustaches. Yeah. Half the boys are wearing mustaches. I'm glad we brought that back for 2025.
The Mo is back in a big way.
And let's get back to basketball.
Yeah, back to basketball and defensive energy by Lorente, but foul called. Don't mind that, though, from the general. You don't want to give Dom Sabota an inch of space. And it's going to be Lorente's third foul, though, so he's going to sub out Illy back into the game for the Hills Hornets.
Bailey Tom telling everyone where to go. He's very aggressive with his vocals. What's going to happen? Kudahi coming up. Saboto.
Yeah.
Saboto coming for his thing, and blocked by Lav. Brooklyn with the ball, chasing up to the court. Lav again, trying to make some room. Kicks out to Bailey Tom. Three-pointer, will it go in? It does not. Yeah, ball goes out. Josh Morgan passing it in. That was a little bit of hype without nothing else happening after that.
Hey, we're excited, man. We're excited. It's semi-final basketball. This game's living up to expectations. Sabota, though, I think he's struggling a little bit. Maybe having to force his shots. He's subbed out for the moment. Quick subs back in. Luchelda back in to the game for the Inner West Bulls. But yeah, for Dom Sabota, definitely going to get him back out there in a couple of minutes. Morgan, maybe going to have to take some scoring load at the moment. Josh Morgan exploding to the ring, but couldn't get the friendly roll. Josh. Moss kicks it ahead now. Tom going downhill, so dangerous, and finds a way to the basket. GPS in full effect. I don't know how I found that lane.
Kadahi balancing the ball, passing it around, getting out to the open man. Three by number 35.
Did I not say? Did I not say? Keep an eye for number 35, Will Jovanovic. He's a shooter.
And a great mustache.
As well. Wow, the mustache represent. Oh yeah, Jovanovic. Maybe if he can catch fire from three, this game's going to narrow up a bit, but foul called. It's a 12-point margin at the moment. Game ball. Oh.
We were almost in the game.
Yeah, we're almost EA Sports mode, but yeah, I couldn't get my hands around it. So ball back to halfway. So heading to the line now, Lav Banjak back out there on second trip to the line in this quarter for Lav Banjak. He's always at his best when he's playing aggressive and using that size and that physicality to get to the ring. And Banjak, as we said a little earlier, averaging 15 points per game this year. And had 8 points in their last matchup. So he's on about average at the moment. Lav is going to be a big part of this team heading into the fourth quarter. He's going to be really important. Luchelda. Oh, Crafty to the ring. The former Penrith Panther powering it back up. Third bite of the cherry, but geez, ends up biting the pip.
Great hustle, but I think that was a highly contested shot. Maybe reset the floor. White is now subbed out.
And a bit of full court pressing action from Jankovic. Maybe, sorry, Jovanovic, my mistake, sorry. Being up on Ethan Moss. Maybe he can get under the skin of Mossy, but having a great game so far, Ethan. On the spin, Marshall. The Marshall plan, not quite getting that one to drop. Bulls coming the other way.
Ooh, tough contact by Lav. He thinks it's not a foul, but you can't jump into him. Easy one by the referees.
So, yeah. So, Liam Luciel, they're going to head to the line. Got big raps on Liam. Remember commentating him in the 2022 Youth League Grand Final. Well, he won it with the Penrith Panthers, so he's already been a Youth League champion, so he's got experience in these kind of situations. But now found a home at the Inner West Bulls and getting a good opportunity, Liam Luciel. So, interesting to see where his career goes from here. Wouldn't be surprised to see him on an NBL 1 roster soon. Maybe back with Penrith, I don't know. Never know.
We'll see.
Hey, you can't blame players for going where they can get an opportunity, and that's the great thing about having so many top clubs in New South Wales, that the best players, the cream, always rise to the top.
Bailey Tom with the ball, drives it in, lifts it up, and it gets for 2 shots. Inner West upset with that foul on number 5. We've got a hand check, we've got 2 shots.
Yeah, in another life, Bailey Tom would have been a great rugby league player. I mean, that first step off the perimeter is just so explosive, and he's a strong man. He puts his time in the gym, you can tell.
Well, we want to keep him to basketball, so let's not tell him that.
Yeah, actually,
we don't want to swap him around.
Right.
Well, sorry, private school boy probably did play rugby on the winter season, so I don't blame that study.
Yeah, averaging 13 points per game this year, Bailey Tom. Been such a big part of this team's success. Gets the second one to drop as well. So a 13-point margin. Things have narrowed a bit, but Hills still well and truly in control at the moment. See if the Bulls can put in a bit of run with 2:25 to go in the third quarter. Dang. Whips into the corner, Morgan. Oh, just handsy defense by Tom. And the traveling violation called. Maybe lifted the pivot there, but set him in by Bailey Tom. Would be great out there on a footy field. Throwing his body left, right, and centre, and a very physical, very strong player. As a big shout out to our Rebels juniors, helping out with the floor wiping this game. And just while we have a moment, thank you to our sponsor, Soul Sports, the official apparel provider for Basketball New South Wales. Soul Sports, some of the best in the business.
Some of the best, you can see that the referees are wearing Soul Sport. And, you know, we love it, the referees, we love the whistle, and we appreciate Soul Sport for all of that.
Yeah, I think they also cover Penrith and Bankstown, and they got some of the best jerseys. Great designs. Two great clubs as well.
Absolutely.
Moss. Screen action with Marshall. Whips it back around the perimeter, though. Handoff action. Lubinskas back into the game. As Tom tucks it under his arm and finds a passage again. Wow. Bailey Tom, the freight train going downhill is almost unstoppable. Morgan whips it over to Kodahi. 2 feet in the paint, kicks it out to Jovanovic, and a travelling violation by Kodahi. So back-to-back travels.
That's definitely not the thing you want from Inner West Bulls, but those were very obvious travels. The boys don't want to admit it to themselves, but you can't take 4 steps without a passport.
That's true. You don't want to know what happens after that. But yeah, they call those coach killers. Danny Kodahi, one of them, very active coach, willing his team back into this game, but Hills, they've got other ideas at the moment. Thanks to Marshall, clean up on aisle 12.
Tricky's got the ball. Let's see if he does a 3-point player in ISO. Never mind, he passes it back to the referee.
Yeah, so quick rest for Dom Sabota. He's back into the game. Kodahi's going to take a break. So a tight rotation today for the Inner West Bulls. Coach Kodahi banking a lot in his starting 5 and about 2 or 3 guys off the bench.
19 seconds. Yeah. Inner West Bulls passing it in. What are they going to do?
Ball staying with the Bulls. This screen action off ball. Trying to get shooters free. Going downhill now. Liam. Oh, physical. Falls back in his lap. Another offensive rebound for Luchelder.
Okay, referees are adjusting the shot clock. They believe the shot clock was incorrect after the attempt of the shot. We're going to go sideline Inner West Bulls, with a shot clock at 9 seconds as opposed to 8.
There we go, 9 on the rocket clock. Sabota. Oh, he's a cold-blooded kind of player.
Doesn't matter what the shot clock is, he's shooting it, and it's going to go in.
Yeah, never underestimate the heart of a champion. You know what they say, Dom Sabota. Can he will his team back into this game? Hills Hornets. Ethan Moss with other ideas. Stringy. Ethan Moss, 4-3 of this matchup. Oh, and going back at him. And yelling at the fans, Jovanovic. 2 threes alone in this third quarter. Maybe maybe he is the X Factor, Jovanovic.
Be careful, he can't tackle in the air. That's a rugby rule.
Yeah, you've got a lot of rugby crossovers going in this game. From deep. Oh, shot that one from Bella Vista, but couldn't get that one to drop. Ethan Moss.
I have to say, Dan got lucky on that play. Had the ball, took too many steps, but he was passing it and offloading it. Another rugby term. Wow, I should be on Channel 9 doing rugby commentary with all this knowledge.
The Hills Bulls that you're hiring. That's a confusing name for this matchup. Morgan, he's almost looking to post up from outside the arc. Dang pulls the trigger. Oh, ringing out. Unlucky roll for Dang. Chul Dang. Going to be a big player in this fourth quarter as Ethan Moss trying to weave his way through. There he is again, Chul Dang. Long shot, and yeah, that one ends up with the photographers. 0.3 seconds left on the shot clock. We'll see if we can get anything out of this.
Well, I thought there was a study saying the rule is it must be 0.4 for a shot to attempt or leave the hand. So we'll see how this goes. Unfortunately, it can't happen. It can't happen.
Oh, it almost did.
It almost did.
Quite. So in a more narrow competitive third quarter, the Hills Hornets still in front, 60-46, but a bit of a resurgence from the Inner West Bulls in that quarter.
Absolutely. Inner West Bulls are doing really good, and the coach doing really good to claw the way back to it. It's still anyone's game. If Ethan Moss or the Hills boys don't make their shots that Inner West do, we'll be in for a close matchup.
I mean, it is a simple game. It's a simple game. I mean, you can do all the X's and O's, but at the end of the day, it does come down to shot making and hard-nosed defense. So it's all ahead of us. 1 quarter remaining. Either of these teams, their season could be over at the end of this quarter. The winner of this game will go on to face the Bankstown Bruins And geez, well, loving the atmosphere here at Guzman and Gomez Stadium.
Well,
GYG.
GYG Stadium. I've got kids playing basketball. I've got kids doing the magic carpet with the towel. I've got the refs taking their job really seriously. And I've got the commentators who are not taking their job really seriously. So I think it's going to be a great opportunity for everyone.
Yeah, having fun here. Our second year in finals, calling games together, Cooper. I'm having a great time here.
Having vibes. We're ready. We're going for it. Ready? Hey! Okay, I won't hurt everyone's ears with my singing voice. I'll let you pass for that one.
Yeah, but I want to know, whoa, who's going to step up for the Inner West Bulls? I mean, we know Sabota's their leading scorer, but will players like Zane White and Josh Morgan be able to lift the team over the edge? William Jovanovic had 2 huge threes in that quarter, so maybe he'll be the X-Factor man. Meanwhile, for the Hills Hornets, who do you think is going to be a key player outside of Ethan Moss that's going to be integral to the success?
I thought I had to repeat my answer another again, but look, depends on their strategy. If I was a coach, I would say we need a couple more points, but we just have to limit our mistakes. Now, do they go for the big man action? Because they definitely have their pick of big man that can take it to the key, or do they give it up to another guard? Like General could have a couple threes, good lot of intensity, or Bailey Tom. But like we said, the depth is there. They can play any game they want, so let's hope they play the right one.
Yeah, I got to say, guys like Lav Banjak came to life in that quarter. He was getting aggressive, got to the line a few times. Never know as well. Harry Lubinskas could get some threes dropping. Once he gets his eye in, he's pretty much unstoppable. It's all ahead of us. And can we get some Alec Ryan minutes, please? My boy from UNSW. Be great to see Alec Ryan maybe come out there in the fourth quarter. But you got to say, Coach Tricky has really utilised his bench well this game.
Yes, unfortunately though, I do not see Alec Ryan. I would love to, but he's wearing his warm-up shirt, and I do not believe it's going to come off anytime soon.
Yeah, maybe a bit biased. I'm a big fan of Alec Ryan. So fourth quarter ahead of us. Will the Bulls be able to storm back into this game, or will the Hornets fly away with it and book their place in the grand final? Winner of the game goes to face the Bankstown Bruins tomorrow in the grand final. Moss is the man you want in charge for the Hills Hornets, and hacked from behind.
Wow, tough foul by Mossy. He's got up, bounced up a step. Nothing intentional, unfortunately. A little bit too physical when going down the key.
Yeah, so Ethan Moss going to head to the line. Oh, what else can we say about Ethan Moss? Appeared in 10 NBL1 games this year for the Hills Hornets, but you've got to think he's going to be a big part of that NBL1 squad for years to come.
Absolutely. As long as he doesn't get injured. We have an injured player on the Hills bench, Kobe Prakash. Definitely a key player in the Hills culture and in the Hills Youth League team. Definitely an NBL1 fringe player. Tore his ACL 3 weeks ago playing a Youth League game. So he's out for this season and probably the next season as well. So unlucky for him, but hopefully he can get back ready than ever. And we're back to the game. Sabota with the ball, taking it strong. Pass to White. White dribbling over back to Sabota. Going for the pass. Three-pointer.
Oh, and that one's silky for Kadahi.
Kadahi's ready. He's locked and loaded. Not too much of a gap now. Hills can't meditate. They need to get focused.
Yeah, James Kadahi just saying, hey, don't forget about me. Living it up in the corner, and turnover forced by the Inner West Bulls swarming defense.
That is definitely not what Coach Tricky and Xander Papadopoulos want from the Hills Hornets team. No more mistakes.
So 61-49. The Bulls looking to get it back within single digits. Can they go back to 10? Maybe a 3. Another 3 from Kodahi. We'll see what happens. Sabota floating that one up under heavy traffic. And Moss fighting for the rebound. Doing a bit of everything. Ethan.
Passing it back to Ethan Moss. See what he does. 3-point attempt. Money in the grave.
That's 5 3-pointers now.
That's 5 3-pointers.
For Ethan Moss. It's exactly what you expect from your big players stepping up in the big games when it matters. Ethan Moss, what a professional.
Look, you could be the best player in your team, but you have to step up during finals time, and Ethan Moss has stepped up and over. A little bit of banter coming from the Hills supporting bench over that carry. All part of the game, hopefully.
Yeah, so Will Jovanovic back into the game. Sabota's going to take a break. Will had 2 huge threes in that last quarter. Maybe we'll get another one at this quarter. A lot of action ahead of us. Illy, he's also into the game and into the action here. Finding his way to the basket. Illy. Big Brooklyn. Hello. Kadahi starting to look like he's in rhythm in the corner now. Jovanovic, third three of the game, and looks over at the Hills fans. He's having fun with them. Will Jovanovic didn't have any points last week against the Manly Ringer Seagulls. But, yeah, lighting it up to 9 points now, all from the three-point line from Will Jovanovic.
Ethan Moss with the floater, or no flotation vice there. I'm copying your line, I think. Pass over to White. Stolen.
That's right. Yeah, I got no trademarks on sayings. And I'm copying your mustache this year, so. So, yeah, turnover there. Hill's going to take the ball the other way. 7:50 to go in this matchup. Still anybody's game, but Hills Hornets in control at the moment. And they've been managing it quite well. Big part of the Hornets' success so far this afternoon has been their defense, though. They've managed to keep the balls relatively quiet. Lubinskas, Marshall, the extra, read all about it. Brooklyn in the corner, spotting up, spotting in.
Bam, bam, bam. That shot might not happen if Bailey Tom, the point guard on the floor, didn't direct Max Marshall to the open man. Brooklyn with the three, just like it was drawn.
Yeah,
and open man, do we have a dunk? No, we have an easy fundamental layup and the one.
Big Z, Zane Wyatt, trying to keep the Bulls in this game. Had a great first quarter, went a little quiet in the middle of the game, but looks like he's locked and loaded in the fourth quarter here, Zane. Another player on the fringe of the NBL 1 roster for the Inner West Bulls, averaging 11 points per game, Zane White. So we'd love to see him get the opportunity at the high level, but so far dominating in Youth League.
Max Marshall driving up the ball. Josh Morgan, someone you do not want defending you, is defending the ball.
Yeah, hyper athletic.
Athletic.
So many great athletes on both sides, including this man, Bailey Tom, trying to power his way to the bucket. Zane White gets it out to Dang. The Bulls haven't had a chance to get out and run that much. Jovanovic, I think the blocked there by Ethan Moss. But yeah, Bulls are a high-tempo kind of team, but you have to give the Hills Hornets a lot of credit. They've been flooding back.
Absolutely. They've been running it down. They've been pressing. They've been defending the bigs. They've been doing everything possible, and I'm sure they're tired.
I know we are. We don't have to run around. But, it's been great action from both sides. And the turnover, we're talking about the defensive energy, and that was a perfect display of it just there. Hornets in denial mode, forcing the turnover from the Bulls. So 69 to 55. Clock on the side of the Hills Hornets, but this game is well from done. It really still could go either way. Tom, back to Lubinskas. Harry, got a hand in there, but no turnover from Dang, and bodies on the floor. No foul call, no contact. As Moss, I think he's going to cook here. And no call as Bulls ball. Ethan Moss getting a bit tangled up there and stumbling over. But hey, how about the defense from Josh Morgan and a Chul Dang?
Josh Morgan, his underlying ability to have the best defense in the game, is an incredible defender. Like you said, lanky but strong, athletic and great. He's someone you do not want on the other side when you're holding the ball.
Yeah, one of the hardest working players in the league as well, Josh Morgan. Puts a lot of time into his game, and year in, year out, you can see it. His improvements have just been astronomical.
Stepping up into the spot that he's been made, it's been great.
Got plenty of action coming up here over the weekend. So head over to the BNSW website for the full draw. Got Waratah men's and women's coming on the court after this. Kodahi
hit the back of the backboard. The back of the backboard, I didn't think I was going to say that.
Yeah.
Causing a turnover for... Nope, never mind, not a turnover. We've got a Bulls ball from the sideline.
And if you're the Bulls, I think you've got to try and get some screens, get Will Jovanovic open. He's got 4 threes already this game, and we'll see if he can add to it. Dang, though, this is his sweet spot. Going hard on Lubinskas, dancing, fighting through the contact. Too strong for Dang.
Great play, and there was a hard defender on him as well, so great play by Dang.
Narrowing it down now. 12 points in it, 6 minutes to go. It's going to be a tight finish here. Hills, they don't want this one getting any closer. Going down here now, Marshall blocked, but foul called. Josh Morgan almost hit on the backboard with that block, but bit of physicality as well, so we're going to head to the line. It's going to be Marshall.
Kodahi had some very good hands-on defense. A little bit too handsy if you're going to ask me, but He did what he did. He rushed Max into the paint. Unfortunately, Josh Morgan gave the foul in. We'll see what this happens from there.
Yeah, only 2 team fouls, so Bulls not in foul trouble yet. So maybe want to turn up the physicality a little bit on defense. Don't want to give the Hills Hornets anything easy. Max Marshall, 12 points in their last outing, the Hills Hornets, and he's looking to add to their lead now and gets the friendly roll. Everything it in. That ball just had to visit every part of the ring before it dropped through the net. Beautiful Wilson balls, and thank you again, Wilson, sponsor of this year. Turnover, Lubinskas squeezing the Wilson, dumps it over to Ethan Moss. Oh, and the pickpocket, but yeah, a bit of a contact on the arm, so they're going to call that a foul. Josh Morgan, that's his 3rd personal foul, 3rd team foul for the Inner West Bulls. And Dom Sabota going to check back into the game. He's looking at focused out there. As the Bulls going a little shorter here. I think they're going to play Josh Morgan at the 5, and he's surrounded by a ton of shooters.
They probably thought the only way to catch him is nailing the 3 ball, and that's the only chance. But Bailey Tom beat them to the punch. No, that he didn't. Josh Morgan for the rebound.
Yeah, dynamic lineup there for the Bulls. Morgan and Zane. And the 2-hand slam by Zane, but yeah, basket's not going to count then. Going to call that one on the floor. I think they've assessed that one on Max Marshall. Only 2nd personal foul, 2nd team foul, so not an issue for either player nor team. 5:20 to go in the semi-final matchup. Division 1 youth men living up to the hype. Josh Morgan can't finish that one, but clean up on alternate. Zane White and fouled in the process, so he's going to head back to the line for the opportunity for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
Bailey Tom with the foul. Bailey Tom is with his 3rd foul and 3rd team foul. So we're getting close to the bonus, but Bailey Tom shouldn't have to worry. Zane White on the free throws.
That's a huge 3-point play by Zane White. It is now a 10-point margin.
Oh.
Bulls
getting a little bit close, getting a little bit angry. I'm excited.
Yeah, and the Bulls fans starting to rally. Hills a little nervous at the moment, but they got a double-figure lead, so Marshall looking to extend that. And a foul on the floor. Bulls, a few sloppy fouls these last few minutes. I know you want to be playing physical defense. You don't want to give the Hills Hornets anything easy, but, I mean, they're slowly steaming towards the bonus. That's 4 team fouls now for the Bulls.
You do not want to be in the bonus when you're trying to crawl up. You need as much room as you can get, and just make it harder on themselves.
Moss holding things down a bit. Can he edge the lead out? Dumps it off, but Lubinskas undercooks the hot dog. That one's still a little raw at the oven. Sabota cruising to the ring, lays it up, lays it in. An 8-point margin now.
Oh, I'm getting nervous now. There's butterflies in my tummy. Give the ball to Moss, see what he can do.
Ethan Moss requesting a screen, gets one from Marshall. Moss looking crafty. A good defense by the Bulls to stay in front of him. Tom.
Offensive foul by Bailey Tom. Inner West Bulls are fiending. They are excited. Bailey Tom is shaking his head, upset, and
yeah, can't believe it. And that's 4
forward.
Personals on Bailey Tom. So
Bailey Tom needs to be very careful.
Yeah, if you're the Bulls, you got to go at him. Look, and I'm not about those kind of cynical tactics, but it is the final. And hey, to get the play like Bailey Tom fouled out of the game would be big for the Bulls. Sabota looking crafty. Really come to life in this 4th quarter. Dom, the stars shine their brightest when Starkers, but an offensive foul, a moving screen called on Josh Morgan. Is that going to be his 4th, I think? Yeah, it is. 4 fouls on Josh Morgan. You can't believe that.
I've got a feeling that the referees aren't... Sorry, Josh Morgan, I feel like, has a belief that referees aren't like him right now. He's had 4 or 3 fouls in this last quarter. Absolute bad, but hopefully he can level up, lock in for the rest of the game. Bailey Tom with the ball at the top.
Yeah, you've got to have that next play mentality, refocus. It's a big game. 0 margin for error. A little over 4 minutes remaining. Ethan Moss sizing up. Zane White. Ethan kicks it out. Tom fouled on the 3-pointer. Bit of a bailout for the Hills Hornets, but contact nonetheless from Will Jovanovic.
The biggest plays I love is the made three and the foul shot. But when you miss the three and you get a foul shot, I kind of feel like it's a bailout. So Bailey got the bailout there, but it's fine. We got it 3 shots. Hopefully his free throws can make it in for the Hornets.
Nice, some good alliteration there.
I'm very proud of myself with that one. You know, I'm going to trademark that. Hopefully Bailey doesn't mind with that.
Bailey bailed out by Bulls. Brilliant. Bailey bounces, balls up, and rings in. So this pushes it out to a 9-point lead for the Hills Hornets. Smart play, though, by Bailey Tom to fill the contact and absorb it on the 3-point line. Also, I'm sorry, it was only 2-pointer opportunity. Sorry, missed that one. Couldn't quite get the angle from here.
Oh, it was only a 2-pointer. Oh, no. Wrong commentary. My fault, team.
That's all right. Zane, as it's Sabota, working really hard off the ball. Jovanovic, can he get number 5? He can't. That's from the 3-point line, and eventually the rebound ends up with the Hills Hornets. They love to run this team. Mossy wisely pulls it back out. They do have the clock on their side and a 10-point margin. So Ethan Moss going to work, kicks it out in the corner. The general, Lorente for 3. That's a huge 3.
Game stop for a towel. We just have to make sure there is no water or moisture on the court. And I figured out a correction. It was a foul on the sideline, but with the bonus gave it 2 shots for Bailey Tom.
Oh, okay.
3 minutes, 23 seconds on the clock. We have a 13-point game. We have 4-5 foul count. So fouls are up, points are up, time is low.
But the energy is high as the Nutbush rings out throughout the Central Coast. As we have a packed house in here. I'll tell you what, the boys for next game, Monster Magic taking on the Dolphins, but the action is not done here in the Youth Men's Division 1 semi-final. Hills versus Bulls, exactly the game we're after, but Hills with the advantage at the moment. Bulls did manage to get it back within an 8-point margin, but the Hills Hornets starting to lead by 13 points now. So that's a very mature play by such a young team, this Hills Hornets side. Managed to absorb that pressure and hang in the game.
Absolutely. I'm so excited for what's going to happen. I know I'm a Hornets fan, but I really am rooting for the Bulls right now. I want them in it, I want them running, and I want this game to go down to the wire, as it deserves it should be.
Yeah, I'm a big Mudgee Lakers kind of guy, but, you know, I'm enjoying this Metro basketball. Yeah, I'd love to see Mudgee at Waratah Finals one day. And thank you to all our association, all the volunteers and Basketball New South Wales. It's already been such an electric weekend, and we can't wait for the grand finals tomorrow as well. Who will book their place in the finals? Bulls looking to edge back into this, but the Hills Hornets feeling pretty confident as we get to the final 3 minutes 20. Bankstown Bruins wait for the winner of this game. And handsy defense, but that one stays with the Inner West Bulls. 17 seconds on the shot clock.
You have to keep an eye out for Bailey Tom. He's limping on his left knee. I'm a little bit worried about him, but he's aggressive. He's a workhorse, and he won't let it affect the game. But hopefully, it might affect his grand final if he were to make it.
Yeah, and Ethan Moss caught with his hand in the cookie jar there as Sabota tried to rip through and go baseline. That's 3 fouls now on
Mossy.
Ethan Moss, and 5th team foul. So bonus situation in effect. Dom Sabota going to head to the line. Sorry, stumbling over my words today. It's a big day out for the commentators too. Slowly chipping into the lead. This is big. Stops the clock. Got a chance to chip away. Dom Sabota going to get the second one to drop. He does. Narrowing it down to 11 points now. Strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a thrilling final 3 minutes in this Youth League semi-final. Thanks for being with us, Cooper and James, to take you through this final few minutes.
Bailey with the ball, shoots for 3.
That would have been massive from Bailey Tom, and bodies flying everywhere. They're going to call that one Hills ball with 14 seconds on the shot clock.
That's a very dangerous call. Both referees weren't absolutely sure, so they said 50-50, she'll be right. And Hills got the ball on the baseline with 14 on the shot clock.
Yeah, love a bit of consultation. It's a team sport as well for the referees. Ethan Moss sizing up Dang here. One of the best scorers in this competition, if not the best scorer, and showing it. crafty by Ethan Moss. Somehow, some way, found his way through the basket. Incredible work by Ethan Moss. Sabota spotting up. Offside ring, though. That would have been huge. Is diving for that one, Zane White, but ends up with the general. Lorente. Oh, the rim grazer.
Hey, it wasn't Lav and it wasn't a dunk, but it was good enough for me.
Yeah, Marshall, I think just doing the safe thing there. Did not want to blow a free two-pointer as Morgan fouled his way to the basket. He's looking frustrated, Josh Morgan. He's really put his body on the line all game long and all season long as well, Josh.
Wow, this game is getting intense. Not only the boys, not only the coaches, but the crowd, I think, has multiplied. And let's say not all of them are happy right now.
Yeah, it's I think the Hills Youth Women's game is just wrapped up against the North Bears. I think North Bears got the one. Don't quote me on that one. It got the win, but they were up last time I checked. So yeah, a lot of Hills fans starting to filter in, as well as the Mossvale Magic boys. Good to see them. Good to see them. Mossvale represent as Josh Morgan can't get the first one to drop. That was a crucial free throw. They need every opportunity they get to fall the Bulls at this point in the game. The clock is not on their side. 79 to 65. Hills Hornets. Can they manage it here?
Oh,
Bit of pressing action by the Bulls, but Lubinskas helps them get it over. In the corner, Bailey Tom ringing out. Bodies flying everywhere. Huge rebound for Lubinskas. Puts it up, puts it in. Harry, that's a huge basket. That may be the nail in the coffin, but still plenty of time to play. 2 minutes is a long time in the world of basketball. Dang. Over to Morgan. Hammers it in. Josh Morgan. Yeah, the Bulls shot lucky indeed. 81 to 67. A bit of a pump fake timeout.
It was a sub in the last 2 minutes allowed for the final series.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I found that out like only for elimination finals. You can sub out in the last 2 minutes, no timeout required.
Oh, you gotta love it. Cooper Moore with the detail.
Mate, basketball refereeing team, what can I say? All right, keep the ball alive. Ooh, they're getting really close to the backcourt violation on those ones. They need to be very prompt to get the ball up into the front court. Josh Lorento or General for the three. Makes it, seals it. 84-67 on the game, a minute 30.
That could be the dagger. But hey, Bulls still got plenty of shooters of their own, so they could edge their way back into this game. Kodahi spinning, dubs it off, but left his feet before he decided where he was going to pass it. Turnover, Bulls ball. Oh, sorry, Hills ball.
Bulls need to really turn into the 2011 Miami team really quickly because they need some quick clutch shots immediately.
Yeah,
or they are out.
Looking a little dejected though defensively. They've left it all out on the floor there. But yeah, a lot of players playing heavy minutes. Haven't had a deep rotation for Coach Danny Kodahi. Meanwhile, we're going to see Lav Banjak back on the floor. And looks like the Bulls are going to empty the bench.
Wow, I wasn't thinking it was going to happen this early with still a minute to go, but obviously Coach either believes that they need more energy or he believes that's it for the Bulls today.
Yeah, so Bell, Skibares, and Valdezate onto the floor for the Bulls. So good to see them getting some minutes here, and a huge dunk. Oh, wow, hit your head on the ring, Marshall. And also Ashton Matthews into the game and turning the ball over there.
Also a former Hornet, just for some trivia.
There you go. And, they're putting on a show!
Oh, my God!
Of Liberty.
I told you, I said there's one player I want to do is Lav, and Lav did it to seal it out. 51 seconds on the game. Wow, amazing effort, amazing slam, and great setup by General or Josh Lorente.
Yeah, doing it in style as the Hills Hornets have punched their ticket through to the grand final. They'll face the Bankstown Bruins, and the Hills fans are loving it.
Lav, we want another one.
Yeah, Lou Shelder now. Screen action, looking to go downhill. The former Panther. Foul called, and on his way to the basket. So bonus situation in effect. Liam's going to head to the line.
We've got some subs coming in. We've got Max Basso and Nikhil Singh coming onto the court, getting a couple of 41 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, can we get some Alec Ryan minutes, please? I don't want to do it by request here, but let's see My boy Alec out there. He's worked hard all season long, and we're good to see him get some minutes here. Luchelda gets the first one to drop.
Inner West Bulls bench are gutted. Everyone's head is in their shirts. They
Yeah,
obviously tried at 110% and unfortunately couldn't get past the depth of Hills Hornets.
Well, yeah, they fought so hard to just be in this semi-final situation, the Inner West Bulls. They were the 6th seed, so the lowest ranked team in the finals, and managed to fight their way to the situation. Money from deep, and Hills rubbing it in.
Max Basser with a smile on his face. He came on for 5 seconds and got a 3-pointer.
Yeah, and that will probably be all she wrote. Shot clock turned off. Hills, oh, they want another one. Front ring, Singh, rebound, blocked though. Still going for a double block. Maybe a little bit of karma. I mean, probably should have just dribbled. Yeah, should have dribbled the clock out. Nonetheless, the Hills Hornets looking like they will live to fight another day. Inner West Bulls, their season's over. Youth League Grand Final, 11 a.m. tomorrow. It's going to be Bankstown taking on the Hills Hornets. It's going to be a ripper matchup. Still there for the Bulls. And yeah, missed layup as final score in the semi-final. 91-69, the Hills Hornets, the top-ranked team heading into this finals weekend, showing their class and punching their ticket through to the grand final, Cooper.
Mate, that was an incredible game, and we couldn't cancel Inner West Bulls before that. They were in the game the entire time. Their best effort was definitely in that first half of the first quarter, coming with absolute energy. Give them all the credit. Unfortunately, Hills was better. They changed their momentum, and they're ready to, I guess, be better in that fact.
Yeah, and big shout-outs to some of the performances from the Bulls players. Vujovanovic almost couldn't miss from 3 in that game. Zane White put his body on the line a lot. Same with Josh Morgan as well. James Kadahi hit some big shots. Dom Sabota did all he could to keep his Bulls team in that game, but ultimately the Hills Hornets were just too good, and Ethan Moss, a sensational performance. Bailey Tom, Max Marshall. I mean, it was really a team effort there by the Hills Hornets. A lot of players stepping up.
Absolutely, very, and the crowd is going mental. The Hornets crowd is going mental. They're loving it. Their energy's there. The Bulls, unfortunately, I'm sure they're glad to watch, but they're going home empty-handed today.
So we've locked in the Youth League Grand Final for 2025. It's going to be the Bankstown Bruins taking on the Hills Hornets. 11 o'clock tomorrow. Me and Matty Poolbrook will be on that game. But Cooper, it's been a pleasure as always. Hopefully see you on the commentary for in NBL 1 soon.
Hopefully there will be a time, and hopefully I'll be there one day. So thank you very much, Waratah. Thank you very much, BNSW, and thank you very much, everyone. Let's go.
All right.
Thank you, James.